I had an unbelievably stingy coworker, but none of us expected the real reason behind it until one day. I used to work with this guy named Mark, and everyone in the office agreed on one thing. He was unbelievably stingy. Not careful with money stingy, like next level. He never chipped in for birthdays, skipped every office lunch, and if someone grabbed coffee for the team, he'd conveniently already had one, even though he was holding an empty mug. Once, he borrowed a pen from me and returned it 2 days later like it was a family heirloom. People joked about it, but over time, the jokes turned into eye rolls, then quiet resentment. It got worse when we had a coworker's farewell lunch. Everyone put in money except Mark. When someone casually reminded him, he laughed it off and said he'd get the next one. That became his thing. There was always a next one that never came. I'll admit it, by then I'd started judging him. We all did. We assumed he was just selfish or cheap or thought he was better than us. Then, one evening, we were the last two in the office because a deadline had gone sideways. It was late, the vending machines were empty, and my stomach was growling loud enough to be embarrassing. Mark noticed and quietly slid a protein bar onto my desk. I joked, "Wow, didn't know you were capable of generosity." The smile he gave me was polite but tired, the kind of tired that doesn't come from work. He apologized for how he comes off and, without me asking, explained. His wife had passed away 3 years earlier. Cancer. Fast. What no one knew was that she'd left behind medical debts so massive it swallowed his savings whole. On top of that, he was raising their daughter alone. Every dollar he saved wasn't for himself. It was for her school, her clothes, her future. He said he kept a strict budget because if he slipped even once, things fell apart fast. I didn't know what to say. Neither did anyone else when word eventually got around. The next birthday that came up, Mark quietly left an envelope on the desk with a handwritten card inside. No money, just a note. It was thoughtful, personal. You could tell he meant every word. A few months later, his daughter showed up at the office with a handmade thank you card for being nice to my dad. Turns out someone had been sneaking gift cards into his drawer, and he'd figured it out but never said anything. We stopped calling him stingy after that. Now we just call him Mark. And honestly, I've never looked at cheap people the same way again.